The youth of today have a very major role to play in the electoral process. You see, the youths are the majority in Kenya, and it's upon them to make sure that the elections are free, fair, credible, and well managed.
We need to turn out and vote as young people. It is a requirement. It is an obligation.
Youths have a role to report any electoral malpractice.
We youths should consider ourselves as agent of change, and our agenda can be at the forefront whenever and wherever we need them.
I believe it is the role of the youth to vote the right leader with the right objectives and goals, not just anyone who is going to bribe you with money and anything.
The importance of voting is that you actually are a part of this selection process. It doesn't matter whether it was an old leader who was there, but as long as he can move people from one point of development into the next.
We need to vote to get things working. We need to vote to get whatever we want, hospitals, roads and all this, which we really don't get, because apparently for us, we just vote for the sake of it, mtu wetu, someone who will never be accountable for anything.
People we vote in to represent, they have a cause. It is important, therefore, for the citizen to find out as to whether that cause has been done to the letter. And therefore, the reason as to why it's important for citizens to participate, to engage effectively in governance. And that's what we call citizen participation, quite basically.
Changamka na Sanaa is a project that was initiated to target young people across the country, engage with them, share the kind of voter education process we have that is also being implemented by IEBC.
Today's project hosted by Power Initiative, we were invited by Power Initiative to talk with the youth about the electoral processes, and that's what we have attended to do. We have had sessions with them, and we've elaborated on the electoral process as conducted by IEBC.
IEBC is responsible for conducting elections and referendum. It's the only mandated body in Kenya to conduct elections and to give results and to tally. And we expect that elections are conducted freely, fairly, and credible, to an extent that it can be accepted by, the result can be accepted by all stakeholders.
The participants are getting knowledge in terms of understanding the election process.
Election is a process. It's a process, not a one-day activity, because it starts with registration of voters, then verification comes in, and then we have nomination. After nomination, now we have the voting, and then processing of the results, tallying, counting, announcing, transmission and declaration.
Again, they're going to understand about the elections code and conduct. It's improper that during a campaign period, anyone going to engage with the other person about the elections understand some of the offenses that may occur in terms of how they communicate, or some of the things they can do that can be termed as offensive by the law.
We have a host of law that govern elections in Kenya. We have the Constitution, and then we have the Acts of Parliament, which are operationalizing the Constitution, and then we have the regulations that are again giving details to operationalize the Acts of Parliament. We have like the IEBC Act of 2012, and then we have Elections Act of 2011, Political Parties Act, Election Offences Act of 2016. We have Voter Registration Amendment Acts. We have Elections Act Technology as amended 2016.
Several issues arose that needed clarification. We had opportunity to inform them of the current status in the preparedness of elections.
How is IEBC prepared for the coming election? Is IEBC prepared enough?
IEBC is adequately prepared. We have personnel that have always been on board. Then we have personnel that from time to time we recruit to help us when during different electoral activities. In terms of material, we have enough budget to procure all the required election materials. And I think some of them have already been tendered for. So the questions that they raised were answered, that some of their concerns were also responded to, and definitely by the time the session ended, they appeared to have had more information than they had when the session started.
IEBC must make us trust them again. You broke the trust, and you must bring it back.
Now, when you say we bring that trust, now we have to know that which aspect of trust are you talking about? And then we can explain to you that aspect, or we can take the challenge and improve, because challenges are always there also, isn't it?
Again, they're also going to understand the different elective positions that are there as convened by the Constitution and also by the IEBC. It's important that these young people, as they go out, know that there are certain people they are going to vote for, which are about 6 people. So which are these 6 people, and what are their roles once they take office after the elections?
You cannot just vote the president alone. He needs all these other people to work with. The ballot papers ziko na colors the same na ufuniko za ballot boxes. Make sure you place your ballot paper at the correct ballot box. If you place it at the wrong ballot box, that will be a spoiled vote too.
So the sessions have been going on great. The participants have been wonderful. The turnout very wonderful. We expect that out of this we're going to get good results.